Hello, welcome to ARMC's Wellness Kitchen. I'm Allison Loudermilk, ARMC's Referral and Community Outreach Coordinator. We have missed a couple of shows here and there because we've had a lot of great stuff going on at the hospital outreach, so we've been really busy, but we're glad to get these back up and going. I invited my friend Kathy to come out with us, talk a little bit about what she does, what's going on in her department. You've got a lot going on over there too.
Yeah, we do.
Yeah, why don't you introduce yourself, Kathy?
My name is Kathy Chiacchiero. I'm the Director of Nursing Education at ARMC.
And how long have you been with ARMC?
Probably 20-ish years.
Okay.
Yeah.
I just celebrated 9. I'm going on 10.
Oh.
Going to be 10 for me.
Yeah.
So we have pulled some great things together. That's a nice, refreshing summer. This heat,
Yes.
we were
I
just
know
talking
so
about
much.
this heat.
Yes.
And so you can actually make the bread that we have here, which I did last night, but we're going to put the recipes up there. Or you can just go buy some bread. Aldi's has some great selections of bread.
Absolutely, yeah.
But this is a little bit healthier. We don't have any sugars in here. We don't have any of that stuff. So you went to Italy and you had
Yes.
these sandwiches?
Yes, the focaccia sandwiches. It's pretty
Okay.
popular there. And they're so good, like you can't beat a good bread. Like a really good fresh bread.
Yes.
So the sandwiches just taste, you're like, why is this so good? It's because everything's so fresh. There's no preservatives. So it only lasts a couple days, but
Right.
just the best. So yeah, we thought, well, with summer, lots of tomatoes, cucumbers,
The garden.
we can make a really good sandwich.
Absolutely.
Make some good bread.
So
Not hard.
It's not. It's not. Actually, I made this last night and it was very, very simple. And then you sent me a recipe that we've also made. Literally, we mixed 5 ingredients together, and we'll tell you about that, and we'll post the recipe.
Yeah.
Mix it together, and you can leave it in the fridge for up to 3 evenings to let it ferment and let that yeast grow.
Makes it pillowy.
Yeah. So we've got some homemade bread here. We're going to make a really nice, refreshing salad. So we're going to do a cucumber and tomato salad, and we're going to put a little bit of extras in here. So let's go ahead and get started with the cucumbers.
All right.
So how many people do you have in your department?
There are 4
Okay.
educators. So we have a diabetic educator, and then we have nursing educators. And they do orientation and ACLS and so many different classes that they do.
And a lot of people know your diabetes educator, Lori, because she
does a lot.
She does.
Yes.
She did a dinner with us,
Yes.
a dinner with ARMC,
Yes.
and she talked about diabetes, eating healthy. I had a lot of great people were really, really interested.
Yes.
And they have loved ones. They want to come learn so they can help cook for their loved one. Can they make an appointment with her?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes, they can make an appointment with Lori anytime, and she would be glad to see them. She has such great information for you. So Lori's
she's a wealth of information.
Yes, she really is.
Do they just call the reservation line for that?
Yes.
Okay, which is the 997-6969.
Yep.
You can call. It's Lori Gilhausen.
Yes.
She's fantastic, and she will do another dinner with us at ARMC probably next year.
Yeah.
She said she would like to do that, get a lot of great information. And so, do you? I know she educates the public, and you educate our staff. Is
we
that
do.
you? Okay.
We do. Staff, physicians. We're an American Heart Association training center. So we have BLS, ACLS. We have PALS is not our training center, but we are instructors.
And what is PALS?
Pediatric Advanced Life Support, and then adult advanced life support. And then we also are ASLS, which is Advanced Stroke Life Support. So we are all those different things. So we teach Heart Saver. We teach a lot of different classes. We're also Stop the Bleed certified as well.
Okay.
So that's a good class. I just wanted to mention, so I'm doing the cucumbers with the seeds, and you're doing the cucumbers without the seeds. You could do it either way. It doesn't matter. It depends on what your preference is. I kind of prefer the seeds in there, and we also did it with the skin. So a lot of times if you're using your cucumbers from your garden, the skin's a little thinner, so it's a little tastier, but if you do think the skin's a little rough, you're gonna wanna peel it.
Yeah.
We chose not to peel the skin. I chose to use the seeds, and you're not using seeds. Either way, You can do it, and that's the beauty of it. You can do whatever you want.
Yeah, and
So,
everything that we're doing here today.
Yeah.
And that's the
Yeah.
wonderful thing about it. You can do it however you want and display it this way so people can put a little bit of what they want and leave out what they don't want.
Correct.
So yeah,
Correct.
yeah.
Yes.
So
So we're also so on top of that, so we're the training center for American Heart. We also are a provider unit for Ohio Board of Nursing. So the Ohio Nursing Association, we are a provider unit. So we offer contact hours for our nurses.
Okay.
With a lot of the education that we create. So,
nice. Now I know that you've gone out to the schools.
Mhm.
What have you done at the schools?
We have a nurse camp in the summertime that we just finished. We have 20 participants from the local schools. And then we have a, we've helped with ARMC Academy, but that's mostly the foundation. But we do like CPR class, like we'll do CPR for the schools or like that kind of stuff. Like we'll do that in the community.
Sure.
Yeah.
And the thing of it is you do so much behind the scenes.
Yeah.
That a lot of people are aware of what we offer and what
Yes.
we do in the community and,
Right.
and how we are keeping up educating our staff. And so it's nice to have you, and that's why I was, not only because we've become friends that I wanted to have you, because it's fun and it's a good time, and it's really nice when you have somebody cooking with you that you enjoy and having conversation with. But the other reason is because you offer so many things that the community has no idea of what's going on in your department and what you do. And so you have the 4 people that are working with you.
Yes.
And you've had that staff for quite a while now.
We have.
Yeah.
The biggest thing about nursing education is that healthcare changes so fast. So we have to keep up with the changes.
Right.
So the different equipment, the different things. So we definitely we're busy a lot.
Right.
We have a lot of things to keep up with. Yes.
Absolutely. So now we're just getting the tomatoes cut up.
Yes.
And
Same thing with the tomatoes. You can add the seeds or don't add the seeds. It's whatever you choose. I always add the seeds.
Yeah.
But everybody's different. So, and that's fine. Whatever you want to do.
And you know what? I don't know why, like with the cucumbers, I left the skins on because everybody says with potatoes and with any kind of fruits and vegetables, and it might not be true, but somebody had said leave the skins on. That's where most of the vitamins.
It is good for you.
Yeah,
it is good.
So now you are a nurse.
Yes.
Okay. And how long have you been a nurse?
Over 35 years.
An RN?
Yes. I have my master's, and I'm also certified in nursing professional development as well. So yeah.
And I don't think that they could have had a better person for your role, for what you do. You are fantastic.
Thank you.
I don't know, you're just a very peaceful person. Thanks. You're very peaceful. There was something that we were doing, she goes, I'm not going to let that bother me. We're just going to carry on and take care of this. And I was said,
maybe
okay,
it's the yoga. I'm a yoga instructor as well, so maybe it's the yoga. I don't know.
Okay. That's where the peace and the zen comes in. Yeah,
maybe.
I think I need to take your classes.
Right? Yeah. Do you want me to finish this?
You can go ahead and add the, if you want to tell them what you're going to add for the dressing.
Okay. So what we'll add is, and again, this is to taste. I like my things a little less, I don't like dressings a lot. I like everything very fresh. Everybody's different. You can do however you want. So you're going to add the olive oil to taste. We do need a spoon. Okay. Toss. And then we're going to use red wine. I'm just going to pop it over here. Use the red wine vinegar. You could use regular vinegar. It's like whatever you want, and that's a splash. And same thing to taste.
And you know what I always say too, if you want to make this up and put it on the side, and that way people can pour it on. But I like when it's marinated. I like when
do you?
I do. She's not so much.
I don't know. I like it fresh. Like I put it right away, and then I'm done with it. Yeah. So, and then we're gonna use some sea salt because it's better for you. And I got the Himalayan, so we'll use some salt. And I like, this is my preference, a little bit of Italian seasoning because that's what I like. Just a little bit, not a lot, but I don't like a lot of stuff. So, and then a little bit of garlic. Actually, this is what kind of garlic did I have?
You had
Minced. No, it's not minced. It's not minced. It's granulated. I'm sorry. Granulated garlic.
And she had the granulated, and she said that she doesn't use the garlic salt because she's staying away from the sodium.
We're gonna add some basil from my garden.
Okay.
Yeah.
We have an onion here. We're gonna cut the onion up and use it on our sandwich, but I always say onions are either a hit or a miss.
Right.
And that's another thing, that if you want to cut up an onion and add it to this, put it in a bowl on the side, and that way people can add it to their bowl and enjoy the onion if they'd like to.
And I'm not a big onion person in this, but a lot of people love the onion in this. It's whatever you want. But as you do sit, this is like, I didn't put a ton in, but as it does sit, it does become way more infused. So I would take the stuff from the top. And then you could have the stuff from the bottom.
I'll take from the bottom.
That has lots of stuff on it.
Right.
Yeah.
And that's why we work well together. It looks delicious. You can see that. It looks so refreshing.
Mm-hmm.
And to have that chilled for a little bit and sit on the back porch or your front porch or on your patio and have a nice
Let's talk about chilling.
Okay.
So I typically don't like things chilled either because I grew up eating things that were sun warm.
Okay.
So to me, like fruit and that kind of stuff, I just like it room temperature. That's just how I became accustomed. We took everything off the trees. So it was
okay.
a lot of times.
Sure.
So it's like, that's how I like it. So
I grew up in Cleveland, so we were getting it from the supermarket.
Yeah. So you can like it chilled, you can eat it room temperature, however you want it. It's just so
and it looks great.
Yeah.
It looks really
so
great.
good.
So you can add more, you can add less. So we're gonna put our veggies over to the side.
Okay.
And we're gonna talk a little bit about our bread. I wanted to ask you, are you born and raised here in Ashtabula?
Yes.
Is that right?
I am, yeah.
Okay.
Because
Yeah, sure. Because when you were saying that, I thought, I grew up in Cleveland.
Yeah.
And now that I'm out here, I have my garden. And we go out and we pull everything warm and fresh out of the garden. And I absolutely love to do that.
We did forget the pepper. We would add a little sprinkle of pepper, but is this pepper?
It is?
Oh, it is?
Mm-hmm.
I thought it was salt. Okay, so I'll just add just a little pepper.
Okay. Little salt, little pepper, little
salt,
garlic,
little pepper, and then
granulated.
And then you add it to taste. You taste it, and you just add a little more if you want more, whatever you want.
Yeah. And we will put a general recipe up here, but really, and just like Kathy keeps saying, make it to your taste. This is
whatever you want.
Yeah. So I like the idea of the granulated sugar because I hadn't been using that. I've been using like the garlic salt.
The granulated salt.
Yeah. And to stay away from that sodium, there was nothing in that granulated.
Yeah. Yeah.
So we just wanted to show you this really, really quickly. This is the focaccia bread. And a lot of people don't want to make bread because they think it's too hard. And you and I had a really long conversation about how easy.
Yes.
So I had a different recipe, and then Kathy sent me over this recipe. It was really 4 cups of flour. It was yeast, olive oil, salt, and I think that was it. We threw all of that in a bowl. We mixed it up, and water.
Yeah,
That's
well,
right.
because that's one key thing for focaccia is it's hydrated. So it's a bread that's crispy on top with the olive oil and things, but it's hydrated.
Yes.
So it does, the water is going to, of course, for the yeast. Some people put a little sugar to initiate that, to kind of get the yeast going, a little bit of honey. Again, a lot of the recipes that you look at will tell you, that you can use any of those things.
Right.
So, and then you would put the flour with the salt after that's already started the yeast.
Oh, okay. This recipe had me do flour and salt together.
Yep.
And then the yeast.
Mm-hmm.
And then we did the water, the oil and water. And I'm going to tell you, it literally was mix it together.
Yeah.
And it's going to be really sticky. But again, that's because that's what focaccia is. It's really, it's a moist bread. And then I put it in the fridge. They said that you could put this in the fridge for up to 3 days. The longer you put it in there, the longer the yeast is working. But for the sake of time, I did this after work yesterday. So I think it would look just a little bit fuller if I was able to keep it in the refrigerator for a little bit longer. So what they want you to do is they want you to go ahead and pull the bread out and just even it out around.
Yes, and stretch it as you go. And this is giving it air.
So there's a little bit of extra in that center. So we're going to give it the air. And again, if I would have had this refrigerated for the right amount of time, I think it would have been a little bit, can you grab that salt for me?
You'd have more bubbles. And some people keep the bubbles and some people pop them. It's all in how you
What
like
you
your bread.
And if this was usually a little bit more doughy, and then you just go in and you make your,
Usually it'll double.
it does. You dimple the bread,
Mm-hmm.
and again, if you're gonna make this, plan on leaving it in the fridge really for those 2 to 3 days, because you're gonna have a really big fluffy bread.
Yeah.
So then what you can do with this bread is what I've done over here. You can put tomatoes on one corner, you could put olive oil and rosemary
Mm-hmm.
on another corner. You can put, we did the olives.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
You can actually, I use the Celtic salt
Yeah.
because one of our ARMC dinners, somebody had said the Celtic salt probably was a little bit more healthier for you,
Mhm.
as the Himalayan salt
Yes.
is too. Those are probably, they said, the top two
Not a
salts.
necessity, but those flaky salts kind of make it look a little better.
Absolutely, and it tastes, I actually don't put a lot of salt in my, I don't eat a lot of salt. I'm just not, but when I did the focaccia and I put the salt on top and I put the Celtic, it was really good. It was really
I think that's the main thing is the bread is basic. So because it's basic, anything you add to it is gonna take those flavors. So all the flavors that you chose are just fantastic. They're gonna make a really good bread.
Yeah,
And it's gonna be tasty.
I was
Parmesan
really
cheese,
happy
you could
with
do
it.
so much.
Yeah. And that's the wonderful thing. Really, you throw it all in a bowl,
Mhm.
you put it in the refrigerator for 3 days, you put olive oil on it, dimple it, and you cook it for, I think it was 25 minutes.
Yeah, that was it.
That was it.
Yeah.
So,
Well, then you watch it again.
yes.
How dark do you want it?
Yes.
So you watch it, and that's how.
And I probably would have made mine a little bit darker than this, but I stuck with the recipe because everybody likes it a little different.
Right.
And that's the wonderful thing about what we're doing today. You make it how you want it, and you make it yours. But I'm telling you, if you're afraid to make bread, the recipe we're going to post is
Yeah.
super easy.
It's so
you sent me
easy.
that, really great. So
Yeah.
now we have a nice, fresh, refrigerated or unrefrigerated salad.
I'm serious. I know.
But you know what? I will tell you, when I do go out in the garden, I will pick my cherry tomatoes,
They're
and
the
I
best.
love them warm. I do love
I don't
them.
know.
So,
It's sun warm. To
Yes,
me, so
yes.
yeah, I like it.
so what we've done here is I've made the bread. We've got the focaccia bread made. I did just a regular salt. I did an olive oil, or I'm sorry, rosemary,
yeah.
olive oil, and salt. I put
Mhm.
just a little bit, and then I made olives, and then I did cherry tomatoes. Kathy told me that your family, when you do them, you cut them in half.
You can, yes, they do. They cut them so they're a little bit. This was nice representation though to show that it's olives, but they do put them in bits, so it kind of incorporates in the bread.
And I'm telling you, I think if I would have cut them, they wouldn't have, because I've had a couple casualties. We've lost a couple.
They roll off.
Lesson
That's okay.
learned. Now when I make my this focaccia at home, and now I'll know to do it in half, and it probably will stay a little,
Yeah.
and give them a little push into that bread.
So, and same thing, so if you were to go like to Italy, everybody's like, it's so expensive. Okay. So these are the best ways to be pretty frugal while you're there. You get these sandwiches, they're huge. They're a little messy, but they're so good. They're huge, and they're like 10 euros. They're not a lot, 7, I don't know, depending on where you go. They're not a lot of money, so, and so good. So that's why we're like, this is perfect.
Yeah, and it's filling,
So filling.
really filling.
Yeah.
No sugars.
Nope.
And we didn't even do the honey. We didn't even do, we just did flour, yeast, water, olive oil, salt.
Mm-hmm.
That was it. This one, you do a couple of stretch and folds. This was
Yes.
really fun because
Yeah.
every time I would lift it up, it was big and it was bubbling at me. And I thought, oh, this is really, it's an experiment. It was a lot of fun. I just hope it's as good as it looks, because it looks good. So we'll grab a plate.
Okay.
And this is
Just
2, yeah. So this is a really nice, it's a hearty sandwich. If you're having guests over and you want them to have something that's going to fill them up, but still be really good and not have a lot of sugars. I mean, I know you've got your carbs, but
you do.
yeah. So go ahead.
It's bread.
And yeah, it is. It's bread.
I'm gonna try this one because this one looks really good.
Okay.
So we did take it and we did slice them because we thought that would be easier. They don't always slice them all the way. A lot of times they'll keep them closed, especially these corners here. They'll keep them closed, so this is the way you're eating them, and of course they're a lot bigger. A lot of times they'll take a little bit of olive oil, or it depends. It depends on. They'll do it like a pesto. It all depends on the sandwich of choice. I don't know if you want any of that. We got some fresh mozzarella, and we have some really nice cut tomatoes, and then a type of meat. They do have the meat, the ham. I forget the name. Like in Italy, they'll have a lot of different kinds. But we wanted to do what you could do here. Like you don't have to go looking for a special ham. You can use a ham. You can use a turkey. You can make them how you want them here.
Yeah,
in the States.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. And I will tell you, if you go over into Walmart by where the deli meat is, yes. They do have where the mozzarella cheese is, where the balls are. Yes. They had a selection of Italian meats. Mm-hmm. There was some hams there. There was some salamis, different ones. They're a little bit pricey. Yeah. We went with where you can get a little bit more for your buck here. So when you're having your friends over, you can have a really nice bread and have a lovely sandwich and enjoy it. Yes. But they did, if you want to go above and beyond and you want to get some Italian specialty meats, they do have them. Aldi's does have them too. Mm-hmm. Aldi's has a lot of different.
They really do.
They do.
Yeah, they do.
Yeah. So I'm going to do a little piece of mozzarella on there. And I'm going to do a ham and a turkey, if I can get it up here. So again, it's a really nice, hearty little sandwich. That's really big. I think I might just do that. Yeah,
I know.
Yeah,
but they slice them really thin and they make them. But the sandwiches are very big. Yeah, like I said, it's worth your money. Yeah, it's definitely worth your money.
And this is why it's messy because you have those bubbles in there. The focaccia does bubble up, and if you want to put them out. Yes. We'll do a little bit of lettuce on here. And again, you can do, you want to do, honey Dijon. They have a mustard. They have seasoned honey Dijon, olive oil. You can do a little that garlic on here. Not
you could
so
do
much
whatever.
Salt. Yeah.
The one thing they do that I've noticed there is they'll layer like the bottom with like your lettuce or your cheese, and the top, and sandwich like your tomato and your meat, just because this will absorb, because it is a light inside. It's crispy on the outside, lighter inside, and it'll absorb these and make it maybe a little soggy. So sometimes depending on how you build it, a lot of times you want to build it that way.
Yeah.
So it just depends.
Yeah, it's kind of hard to eat a soggy sandwich.
Well, if you eat fast.
Well, there's that.
Seriously.
Yeah. So
pretty quick.
Yeah, we have a.
And we didn't do any of the.
We didn't do the onion.
You want me to cut a couple?
Yeah.
With my knife that I love, my tomato knife.
Yeah, she has a fantastic tomato.
I love my tomato.
I know of bread knives because I do like to bake a lot of breads. This is my first time with the focaccia, but I do bake bread.
Do you want some?
Yeah, sure. I'll take a couple. But I did not know they had this really nice tomato knife.
We love it.
Yeah, absolutely. It's a must-have. I'm going to find one of these.
Yeah.
So we have a really nice, refreshing sandwich, a really nice, refreshing salad. It didn't take us any time at all to make it. Thank you. And, again, you put it out on a tray. You let your guests make it the way or your family members. Because I have family that when they don't like onion. My husband and I love onion. Yeah. So we put onion on everything unless we have a family member coming over and we'll put it on the side.
It gives a little crunch.
Yeah, it sure does.
Nice little crunch.
It sure does. So this is a nice, even dinner, lunch, it's really filling. It's really great.
And it looks so fancy, and it's not.
It does. You feel like you've prepared, and it took us no time at all.
Right.
No time at all.
It's very nice.
Mix everything in a bowl, put it in the fridge for 3 days. You have great hearty bread with some great lunch meat. So I did want to mention again that you had one of your girls come and do our ARMC dinner, talk about diabetes.
Yes.
We do an ARMC dinner from March to November, and we have different people come throughout the hospital and speak about different things. We had our wellness nurse, Chris, just come a couple weeks ago. She talked about wellness, mindfulness. She always talked about how it's important to have a primary care physician. So next next month we're going to be, John is going to post that for us. It'll give the date and the time. It will be here at the hospital. We always have a lot of great information going on at those dinners. People like to come. It's a free meal. That's a plus. You can come out and have a nice
They're
catered
really
meal.
nice.
They are.
They're really nice.
Yeah. But the biggest thing is the information. A lot of people say, well, I don't have insurance at ARMC. As long as you just want to come and get the information, that's what we want to do. We want to educate you, get you the right information you need. And the wonderful thing of it is you can ask the doctor a question if you have a question or two.
Yeah.
So I encourage you to come out, meet some of our physicians, meet some of our staff. You've been to a couple of them.
They're
a lot
very
of the
nice.
other staff come because they
very
want the
nice.
information too. So what else do you have going on that you wanted to tell us before we wrap it up?
Well, we have competencies coming up. We're doing an escape room this year. That's something a little different for our nurses, so that'll be fun. But yeah, just we're busy, but in a good way, in a really good way.
Behind the scenes
do.
busy.
Yeah.
Behind the scenes busy. You guys are always going. You guys always have something going on. You're a great group of people. You have a great group. Your team is a great team. So
they do, like Stephanie Laird is one of our educators and Tracy Mead's one of our educators. They're very helpful. And then Lori, of course, is our diabetes educator. And we have Darlene Carlton who does our cards for American Heart, which is really nice because that's a
yes.
We do a lot of cards. So we have lots of classes going on, lots of people that are involved in a lot of things. So we do a lot of good things.
Behind the scenes, keeping us all up to date and educated, keeping the community and the kids in the community educated. So you've got a great department. And
Thank you.
if you want to schedule with Lori for diabetes or your loved one, it's 997-6969. Her name is Lori Gilhausen. Give a call and we'll get you scheduled in there. But other than let's pull out the limoncello.
So we made limoncello for fun.
You can't go to Italy and not have the limoncello. Right.
They do offer it after your meals, so it's kind of nice. It's for digestion. So yeah.
And when we were talking about what we were going to do, and she said they literally just bring the limoncello out after each meal.
You don't ask for it; they just give it to you.
It's just what they do.
So we have one, and this is to sip. We a lot of times as Americans we think we need to, you sip it after a meal, and we have one for John as well.
Fantastic. So you want a little taste of Italy?
Yes.
You can make some focaccia. You can go get the Italian meats there. You can have some of the American lunch meats, a variety of everything. You know what? I think actually my next girls' night, I'm going to do a little bit of this. This is really
It's
fun.
really nice.
Yeah, it's a nice spread, and like we said, and they can make whatever they want. So the limoncello, you made this.
I did, and it's just lemons and it is vodka. But then you make a simple syrup that you add to it, and you can make the simple syrup as sweet or as not as you want.
Okay.
So you could do however you want, but you do have to peel the lemons. You're using the lemon peels, and they do have to sit out for at least 4 days, up to a month.
Wow.
To infuse the vodka with the lemon. And a lot of people do orange. They do grapefruit. They do because they're so good there. So
Yeah. And you know what I always say, there's something when you make it yourself.
It's
and
so fun.
You do it fresh and you do it, you just appreciate it a little bit more.
Yeah.
So, well, thank you so much for all of the information. Cheers.
Thank you for having us.
Anytime. Yes. Please, we're going to post all of the recipes of everything that we have here. The limoncello will get posted. Can you do that?
It.
Okay.
I don't know.
The focaccia, we'll do both recipes. One is a little bit quick in the fridge.
Yes.
This one you stretch and fold. This one
And it's just hours, wasn't it?
It was.
This one's just hours.
It was
so you
just
can make
hours,
one in a day,
Mm-hmm.
and then you can do one. But actually, I think the one overnight's a little bit easier because you just make it real quick, put it in the fridge, and then you take it out the next day. And then after it's sitting out for a while, you stretch and then you bake it. So the other one, you have to kind of keep stretching and folding and then letting it sit. But it still doesn't take that long.
And again, I enjoy that because I'm a bread maker, so I love to do that kind of stuff.
me
So we will get it all posted, and if you have any questions, if you want to make an appointment, give us a call and check our Facebook. We will post our next dinner with ARMC. Dr. Moga will be there. We're having it right here at the hospital in the new patient care tower. So please come on and join us and have a nice dinner and get some great information. Thanks so much, Kathy. Thank
You're
you
welcome.
for all of
Thank you for
what you
having
and
me.
your
I
staff
appreciate
do.
it.
We appreciate
Thank you.
Thank you.